Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Classified Captures. Today's episode was designed to fill you with excitement like never before and your heart racing in ways you never thought possible. Let's dive into this intriguing forest encounter, shall we? A witness with a keen eye managed to record a rather strange sight deep in the woods. What unfolded was a creature crouched by a riverside engaging in what appeared to be some form of water play. Now, the really curious part is the appearance of this entity. It had dark fur, which adds to the mystery of this encounter. Upon a closer look, you couldn't help but notice its humanoid-like characteristics. That's when the comparisons started rolling in. People couldn't help but connect the dots to the legendary Bigfoot, known for its elusive nature. But before we jump to conclusions, some skeptics chimed in. They speculated this could be an ape, perhaps a gorilla. So the big question still lingers. What exactly was this creature? Well, it's that time again, folks. Another glimpse into the world of cryptids, and this time it's the ever-elusive Bigfoot. So what's the deal this time? In this footage, we get a peek at a creature deep within the woods. It's got this shaggy brown fur and massive arms, and it stands tall, like a towering 7 to 8 feet. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Could it just be a gorilla? Well, the plot thickens. See, the area where this fella was spotted isn't known to host gorillas or apes. And here's the kicker. This creature was standing on 2 upright legs, not the typical hind legs of a bear, so that pretty much rules out our usual suspects. All signs seem to point to the one and only explanation: Bigfoot. What do you think? Is this the real deal, or do we have another cryptid mystery on our hands? YouTuber MonsterFish5000 had a rather peculiar experience while in Oklahoma and generously decided to share it with his audience. In the dimly lit distance near a streetlight, he insisted he spotted something out of the ordinary. He described the creature as humanoid, but at first there appeared to be nothing there. However, just a few moments later, this mysterious figure emerged from the inky shadows. The creature was cloaked in a dark robe with an eerily pale head that drew a great deal of intrigue. Upon closer examination, when the footage was diligently zoomed in, we could catch a glimpse of this entity's distinctive features. It had an otherworldly green complexion coupled with pointed ears and a rather prominent nose resembling none other than a goblin. This footage quickly spread like wildfire across the internet, captivating audiences with its spine-tingling aura. Yet, as time went on, the truth came to light. It was ultimately unveiled as an elaborate hoax concocted by a band that donned goblin masks as a promotional stunt. But even with that knowledge in mind, there's something about this footage that still sends shivers down the spine. After all, the line between the real and the surreal can sometimes be a rather thin one. An explorer was wandering around the woods on the Isle of the Night, minding his own business, when he noticed something rustling in the leaves nearby. Naturally, he did what any of us would do. He whipped out his camera to document this mysterious occurrence. What he saw next, though, was truly out of this world. A creature emerged from behind the bushes, and it looked like one of those stereotypical aliens we often see in cartoons and movies. You know the ones: green skin, a massive head, and those big, black, unmissable eyes. But here's the kicker. The extraterrestrial visitor didn't stick around for a chat. After a brief appearance, it vanished right back into the darkness behind those same bushes. Oh, and to make things even stranger, there was the unmistakable sound of a chopper hovering above. Now that raises the question, were they after our odd-looking friend, or is there something else going on here? Next, let's delve into a creepy little adventure. So this YouTuber, Franco TV, decided to go on a solo mission to explore a graveyard one night. Spooky, right? Well, it gets even spookier. As he was snooping around the graveyard, he stumbled upon a massive spider chilling on a tree. Not something you want to run into during a midnight cemetery stroll, but it's about to get even weirder.
Look at the size of this guy.
Franco heard a strange noise coming from somewhere nearby, and naturally he did the sensible thing and turned around to check it out. But guess what? There was no one there. Just the heebie-jeebies. Just when he's trying to process that eerie experience, he hears a cry in the distance. And get this, it sounded like a woman's cry.
What is that?
Double creepy. Our brave YouTuber wasn't about to let this mystery go unsolved, so he decided to follow the noise. But as he gets closer, out of the shadows emerges a mysterious figure, a man standing there in the darkness. This guy promptly orders Franco to skedaddle, but he doesn't stop there. Nope, he follows Franco and keeps telling him to get lost. So what's the deal here? Who was that mystery screamer, and who was this strange protective figure lurking in the graveyard? My guess that the guy might be the caretaker of the cemetery, but the woman's scream, that part still has me scratching my head. You know that spine-tingling sensation of being watched while you're out for a nighttime stroll? Those moments can send shivers down your spine, right? Well, these folks know exactly what I mean. Out there in the darkness, these individuals suddenly caught sight of something eerie, a pair of glowing orbs. These orbs, like eyes, would intermittently flicker as if scrutinizing their every move. Talk about finding your very own elusive stalker. This mysterious entity remained hidden in the shadows, eyes locked on its unsuspecting observers. It wasn't until a brave soul in the group spoke up, alerting the entity to their awareness of its presence, and poof, like that, it vanished into the inky abyss. Now, those luminous orbs could belong to any number of things. Perhaps a creepy night prowler, a curious animal, or even something from the realm of the unexplained. These folks sure dodged a bullet, and they'll probably be a bit more cautious on their future nocturnal adventures. In the depths of an enigmatic encounter, a man found himself lured by something unusual near his property's fence. His curiosity got the best of him, and he ventured forth to investigate. But as he neared the source of the disturbance, eerie sounds filled the air, sending shivers down his spine.
And... did you hear that?
These sounds were unlike anything one would typically attribute to a known animal. Instead, they comprised a cacophony of discordant noises, screams, screeches, and an unidentifiable bellow.
Oh.
A perplexing symphony that offered no immediate answers leaves us wondering about the origin of these spine-chilling sounds. So what do you think we're dealing with here? Tell us in the comments section.
And... did you hear that?
This image right here was captured on a motion-detecting Trailcam. It shows a strange creature hurriedly moving through the woods. The head of the creature looks like a mouse, while the rest of its body resembles an ape. The creature's covered in dark fur, and its size is probably about 3 feet. As you can see, it's a bit on the small side. What type of creature could this be? A hybrid or something more sinister? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. So here's a rather spine-tingling story captured by a street security camera in a quiet town. In the dead of night, this video shows a girl dressed in a white gown, but her movements are far from ordinary. She's walking in a strangely crouched position, adding an unsettling aura to her presence. As she gets closer, things take a very strange turn. The girl suddenly crouches down even further, and then, in the blink of an eye, she just vanishes into the ground, as if the earth itself swallowed her up. Creepy, right? But that's not the end of it. After her disappearance, another girl emerges, and guess what? She repeats the whole unnerving act, crouching and vanishing into the ground. Now, what's perplexing is that they appear to be the same person caught in a bizarre, inexplicable loop. This weird and mysterious reoccurrence raises a whole bunch of questions. What could the story behind this eerie, repetitive apparition be? Late-night adventurers embarked on an evening excursion with the intention of exploring an abandoned sewer deep within the heart of the forest. However, their adventure took an unexpected turn. Upon reaching the entrance of the sewer, they were greeted by a truly perplexing sight. Standing at the gate that guarded the entrance was a strange creature. It was swathed in shadow, making it exceptionally challenging to discern its features. The bizarre creature appeared to be in the process of scaling the gate, and this unusual encounter was enough to give the intrepid adventurers a serious case of the heebie-jeebies. In response to this weird discovery, the group made the unanimous decision to call off their mission, preferring to err on the side of caution. This unsettling footage depicts a scene that indeed evokes discomfort. What's immediately apparent is a human head lying on the ground in what appears to be a chaotic, disheveled room. The unsettling part is that this human head is connected to an utterly bizarre and nightmarish body, one that resembles an amalgamation of arms almost akin to a spider's limbs. This strange creature looks to be wriggling about. It's a recipe for instant chills. Interestingly, this peculiar snapshot has earned quite a reputation in the Vietnamese community as cursed footage. But guess what? It's now made its way to the wide world of social media as a GIF, haunting the feeds of unsuspecting users. Don't be surprised if it leaves you feeling deeply unsettled. This daring individual embarked on a nocturnal adventure deep within the woods, aiming to capture some compelling footage. Little did they know that their venture would take a rather traumatizing turn. On the forest floor, the filmmaker stumbled upon a most unusual sight. It was a creature unlike any other, boasting a bizarre form and crawling along the ground. Its head bore an eerie resemblance to a skull. Curiosity got the best of him, prompting a closer look at this being. However, it soon became apparent that this peculiar creature was not alone. Emerging from the pitch-black darkness was an even more horrifying figure, one that seemed to defy explanation. This elusive beast possessed a goat skull head and a humanoid body, shrouded in an unsettling veil of obscurity. With relentless determination, it charged toward the unsuspecting filmmaker, sending shockwaves of terror through their very being. Filled with sheer dread, the filmmaker made a hasty retreat, fleeing from this nightmarish encounter. As spine-tingling as this footage might appear, our team has diligently scrutinized it and ultimately concluded it was nothing more than a well-orchestrated hoax. But we are curious to know your thoughts on the matter. Do you agree with our assessment? Before you move on to the next clip, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and even drop a comment in the comments section. It goes a long way to help us produce more videos for you. Thank you very much for doing so. It means a lot. Now, moving back to the day's episode. It was just another day for a couple enjoying a hike and capturing memories with a selfie. Little did they know that something peculiar was unfolding behind them. Upon returning home and reviewing the selfie, they made a spine-chilling discovery. In the background, amidst the forest trees, a bizarre creature was captured, stretching its neck into the frame as if attempting to join in on the couple's selfie. The sheer height of the trees in comparison to the creature suggests that it could be anywhere from 7 to 8 feet tall. Perplexed, the couple couldn't identify the creature and were left to wonder, what exactly did they capture in their photo? Is it a paranormal entity? Share your thoughts. This mysterious image recently surfaced on the YouTube channel Cold TV, leaving viewers baffled and intrigued. In the image, a strange figure is depicted. It appears to be a human-like entity crouched on both hands and feet, facing upwards. What makes this entity even more perplexing is its bluish, almost spectral hue, giving its naked skin an otherworldly appearance. Some skeptics have suggested that this could be a person in a costume. However, the original uploader of the image has provided no context or explanation, adding to the unnerving nature of the photograph. This peculiar image continues to baffle and unsettle those who come across it, leaving the true nature of this entity shrouded in mystery. Skin and otherworldly appearance. Some skeptics have suggested that this could be a person in a costume. However, the original uploader of the image has provided no context or explanation, adding to the unnerving nature of the photograph. This peculiar image continues to baffle and unsettle those who come across it, leaving the true nature of this entity shrouded in mystery. Nature has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. Feast your eyes on this extraordinary creature. Can you guess what animal it is? If you thought it was a polar bear, you'd be off the mark. What you are looking at is a goat, believe it or not. It might resemble a curious hybrid of a goat and a bear, but it's actually a mountain goat. Just goes to show that you can't always judge a book by its cover in the animal kingdom. So this TikTok page called Official GPT dropped a serious, eerie video that got everyone talking. In the clip, the person is filming in the woods at night. Things were just your typical spooky forest scene until a strange noise caught their attention. He quickly swung the camera toward the source of the noise and bam! There it was, something super creepy. This eerie creature was chilling on a tree branch, looking all ghostly and pale, with its long, dark hair making the whole scene even more unsettling. And then, if that wasn't freaky enough, the creature extended its hand, and out of the blue, fire appeared. Yeah, you can guess what happened next. The person behind the camera decided it was time to beat a hasty retreat out of those woods. I don't blame him. That's some seriously hair-raising stuff right there. The next footage is so interesting that I can feel my Shakespeare tendencies building up. A group of Ghostbusters receive a cryptic tip about a house steeped in ghostly legends. They're decked out in their ghost hunting gear, ready to dive headfirst into a real-life paranormal thriller. Now they roll up to the Spectral house, but surprise, surprise, it's as if the spirits inside somehow knew they were coming. No ghostly antics, no creepy vibes, so they decide to set up a camera, leave it behind, and then sneak off to watch from a distance. Classic Ghostbuster strategy, right? But just when they thought it was a wild ghost chase, things take a freaky turn. Out of the shadows emerges this strange-looking creature. It's got a dark rear end and looks like something out of a nightmare, and it's just casually strolling around checking the place out. But hold on to your seat. Out of the blue, a piece of the ground breaks away. Now, most folks would jump out of their skin, but not this creature. It's like it's been expecting it. And then it happens. It reveals its true form with ghostly features and eyes that seem to pierce right through you. No more "I heard from a friend who heard from a friend" stories. This time, they've got rock-solid evidence. It's like living in a scene from the X-Files right in their own lives. So here's the million-dollar question. What would you do if you suddenly found yourself face-to-face with something this spine-chilling? In this intriguing video, a woman clad in a mysterious black top and a striking red floor-length skirt emerges in the midst of a vast open field. At first, she appears to be savoring solitude while making subtle, enigmatic gestures. However, the plot thickens as these gestures transform into a captivating dance or, as some suggest, a mysterious ritual. The internet is ablaze with speculation, with some boldly labeling her as a witch. But in this digital age, where appearances can be deceiving, we dare you not to be captivated by the enigma of this scene. What secrets might this performance hold? The choice is yours to ponder. This captivating snapshot captures the scene of a dense, ancient forest, a world where emerald green trees and vegetation seem to stretch to infinity. But let me pose a question. Can you see what lurks beyond these trees, concealed within the shadows of this primeval grove? I do see it, but everyone seems to think I'm seeing things. What say you? In the spooky confines of what was once a cozy cafe, a malevolent presence materializes with malevolence swirling in the air. Security cameras, once the silent observers of mundane activities, now capture a scene that defies explanation. As the footage unfolds, refrigerators burst open one by one, their contents clattering to the floor with an ominous, unnatural force. The atmosphere trembles with preternatural energy, as if the very essence of the room has been tainted by a sinister entity. Containers spill their secrets only to be inexplicably closed again, like a chilling joke played by the unseen malevolence that now rules this space. It's a tale that might leave you both shivering and bewildered. Probably thought there was going to be a party and it was going to have a boo. On that note, if you still haven't liked, commented, or subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now. It really helps us out a ton and gives me the opportunity to keep making videos for you. Thank you very much. Moving on. In the hidden depths beneath the endless waves, a remarkable and awe-inspiring moment unfolds. This intriguing footage appears to have been captured through the lens of a submersible as it encounters a colossal and enchanting creature lurking in the watery abyss. This astonishing sea dweller, often described as a marine monster, boasts the form that defies conventional categorization. With a visual resemblance to a shark but adorned with unusually dull teeth, it presents an appearance akin to a melting candle, its massive size dwarfing everything else in its vicinity. This mesmerizing spectacle evokes both wonder and mystery. It's unlike anything witnessed before, reminding us of the boundless mysteries that the deep oceans hold. The underwater world is a realm where fantastical creatures may still remain hidden from our knowledge, and every discovery like this reminds us of the captivating secrets yet to be unveiled beneath the waves. Share your own thoughts and speculations about this extraordinary sea creature. It's evident that the ocean's mysteries run as deep as the waters themselves. In the vivid landscapes of Silverton, Colorado, under the scorching afternoon sun, a unique adventure unfolds. Our recorder, engaged in a road adventure through this captivating terrain, had their attention diverted by a remarkable sight. Amidst the natural splendor, they captured a glimpse of a towering, brown and hairy creature. A voice in the video's background whispers of an enigmatic being appearing deeply engrossed in a mysterious quest before suddenly coming to a rest. As excitement builds, another voice chimes in, emphatically identifying this elusive figure as a Sasquatch.
It's an elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera, I'll do it.
The sight of this creature stirs the imagination and fuels the ongoing quest to unlock the secrets of these fabled and mysterious creatures that, according to legends, roam the remote and untamed landscapes of Silverton. But what do you think about this Sasquatch sighting, real or fake? Share your thoughts with us. On a blistering hot, sun-drenched afternoon, we've got a spine-tingling tale that'll send shivers down your spine. Check this out. A quaint house basking in the sun's relentless glare. But what's up on that roof? Prepare to be intrigued and maybe a tad horrified. Our footage unveils something both chilling and sinister. It's a towering, hair-covered figure not unlike a creature straight from your worst nightmares, casually sauntering across the roof. But here's where it gets truly hair-raising. This eerie rooftop prowler doesn't seem bothered by the scorching sun. No sunglasses or sunscreen required, apparently. This enigmatic being remains a puzzling riddle, lurking in plain sight. No name, no backstory, just pure mind-bending mystery. It's like the shadowy stuff of late-night horror movies, only it's happening right there under the unforgiving daylight. So let your imagination run wild, dear viewers. What on earth could this creature be, and what in the world is it doing up there? Thoughts? In a place that defies familiarity, a bone-chilling spectacle unravels before a bewildered group of onlookers. They've managed to capture a genuinely hair-raising moment that'll send shivers down your spine. Here we are, facing a man who seems to have become a vessel for some unearthly, malevolent force. As the possessed man spirals into a disturbing frenzy, the air fills with his unearthly, hair-raising sounds and ominous warnings. It's as if a sinister omen from the other side has found its way into the realm, casting a sinister shadow over this nightmarish encounter. But what's truly petrifying is how this man, consumed by whatever holds him, vehemently repels anyone attempting to draw near. It's almost like he's fighting off an unseen evil that refuses to release its grip, a struggle that unfolds with terrifying intensity. So here's the bone-chilling question that lingers. Has a malevolent spirit ensnared this man's very soul? Is he held captive by a force so sinister it defies comprehension? Or could this be an elaborate and sinister charade, a performance that blurs the lines between reality and nightmare? There are some who believe it's a hoax, but it's just too chilling and scary to be. You know, it's all about experience and quick thinking when you're out in the wild. This video is like a crash course in dealing with potential predators. So here's the deal. In the video, there's something lurking beneath the water, and you can't see it right away. But as for our recorder, they've got some tricks up their sleeve. They've probably been in situations like this before and know what to look out for. Instead of just being a sitting duck, they decide to take matters into their own hands. They grab a stick and toss it into the water, basically fooling the alligator. It's like a game of wits, and the alligator falls for it, showing its true colors. Attack before your opponent gets to prepare you could be the takeaway. What do you think? Still on stealthy reptiles, on a serene day far from the bustling world, an enchanting scene unfolds in the wilderness. A graceful doe, perhaps savoring a rare moment of tranquil respite, approaches the water's edge. Its measured movements hint at a profound connection with the natural world, as if crafting a memory to be etched in time. Yet nature's drama is rarely far behind, and this peaceful interlude is suddenly disrupted. With uncanny swiftness, a silent, lurking predator emerges. The croc, a relic of prehistoric times. Its presence shatters the stillness, a cruel reminder that survival in the wild is a relentless dance of life and death. The croc surges forward, jaws agape, its singular intent clear, to ensnare the unsuspecting doe, securing its next meal. But in the intricate web of this ancient wilderness, even the prey can be a marvel of resilience. As the croc closes in, the doe's instincts ignite. It springs into action, defying gravity in a breathtaking leap, soaring to unimaginable heights. In that split second, the tables turn, and the croc's prize slips through its grasp. The doe's acrobatic evasion is nothing short of astonishing, a testament to the primal strength that flows through every sinew. The encounter remains shrouded in mystery, the exact location obscured by the vastness of remote wilderness. Yet this fleeting spectacle of survival leaves an indelible mark on our understanding of the untamed world, where every day, every moment is a story of life's fierce determination and nature's uncompromising balance. Behold the enchanting theater of the skies as unveiled in this captivating footage. At Angel Creek, nestled near the iconic Chimney Rock, a celestial performance commences. As we journey through time, we find that even in the days of old, the heavens served as humanity's cosmic timepiece. In this video, the clouds dance with an almost urgent rhythm, orchestrating a changing of the guard, a celestial relay from the brightest star to the night's radiant guardian, the moon. Watch as the fast-paced clouds create a shifting canvas in the sky. With each moment's transition, the very essence of the weather transformed before our eyes. The clouds unite in a mass, casting shadows across the land. Day gracefully cedes to evening, and the world is cloaked in twilight. The skies, now painted in hues of white, black, red, and yellow, cradle the moon at their center as if protecting a cherished secret. Behold the crescent moon gracing the canvas with its presence. Upon closer scrutiny, it reveals a full circle of its luminous form, a celestial enigma and a testament to the wonders of the universe. In this moment, the world bears witness to nature's grand spectacle. As we gaze upon this celestial ballet, one cannot help but ponder the cosmic wonders that envelop us. Is this a common sight in your corner of the world? As it is with this video, where viewers from far and wide share the same awe, it's clear that such celestial displays remain timeless, evoking wonder and reverence for the boundless mysteries of our cosmos. Now, I know I went full Shakespeare and poetry there, but what can I say? A beautiful moon has a way of bringing out the poet in me. In the darkness of the night, an unknown person with a camera reveals a secret meeting, skillfully capturing a rare glimpse of something mysterious. They're safely watching from a window, making sure they're not seen. At first, the mysterious visitor is hard to make out, like a blurry, pale shape. But as they step into the light, we see what they really look like. They're short and small, standing on two thin legs, with a face as pale as moonlight. This whole situation is like a puzzling mystery that really gets your imagination going. Is it some kind of mythical creature, something from another world that's on the edge of what we know? Even when the person with the camera gets a closer look, this intriguing figure keeps its unique charm, showing us that extraordinary things can be found in unexpected places. In a classic father-son hunting outing, the young one decides it's a perfect moment for a playful prank. Dressed in earthy tones of green, brown, and cream, he dons a cunning disguise, a lifelike fake buckhead. Nestling beside a sturdy tree, he steadies his trophy, all set to surprise his dad. One might ponder how his father wouldn't spot the charade from a considerable distance, yet the young trickster pulls it off with finesse. Perhaps his dad's Trailcam, which we see, was the target after all. The scene is left with this playful intrigue as the video culminates with laughter and camaraderie. Of course, some may argue that such pranks are risky business in the world of hunting. Imagine his father was actually out with a gun and shot before seeing the whole picture. That could turn bad really quickly. Either way, what are your thoughts on this father-son escapade? Is it all in good fun, or does it teeter on the edge of a bad idea? Share your thoughts in the comments. And for our final clip, we visit the home of a bewildered homeowner. She captures a series of inexplicable events that unfold in the sanctity of a living room. At the beginning of the video, a black cat curiously meanders about, piquing her interest, but soon to be overshadowed by something far more disconcerting. Strange, unnatural knocks seem to manifest and protrude from the walls, defying all rational explanation.
Can you stop? Fuck out!
The room, once serene, becomes a stage for these perplexing occurrences, sending shivers down her spine. As she attempts to address the disconcerting situation, a sense of unease pervades her voice. An eerie encounter occurs as she implores the unknown presence to depart, aiming the camera at the reflective surface in a bid to capture this strange phenomena. Suddenly, a second, uninvited presence emerges from the shadows, inciting an exclamation of fear and disbelief.
I don't know. And my reflection's creeping me out. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. Like, here's my reflection.
As evening descends, a new twist in this strange narrative unfolds. The homeowner continues recording, unaware of the shadowy figure that traverses her space. Only when the source of illumination reveals the intruder's presence does she apprehend that she is not alone in her home. Who or what could be responsible for these unsettling, almost playful hide-and-seek manifestations? The answer remains elusive, leaving us to contemplate the nature of these mysterious occurrences. What are your theories and speculations? Please share them in the comments section. That's it for today's episode. If you have any Trailcam footage you'd like the rest of the world to see, please send it over to us at classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. Don't be shy, and don't think it's crazy. We'll help you make sense of even the most bizarre of captures. What's more, we'll give you the credit unless you want to remain anonymous. As you do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out a ton. See you in the next one. What would you do if you were on a deep water expedition and suddenly had webbed fingers pressing against your submersible? As you try to imagine what your reaction will be, this guy already lived out the experience as far back as 2013 in the Greenland Sea. He was filming his experience when the creature just hit the submersible from nowhere. Luckily for him, he was safely enclosed. I can only imagine what the creature had in mind as it approached the man. Some believe it's a mermaid, and others think it might be some other dangerous deep water creature. What about you? What do you think? Moving from 2013, we take footage from the next year, which is of course 2014. This next clip was captured by a family enjoying a peaceful hike along the riverside in Calgary, Canada. If you have followed the channel long enough, then you know that they definitely stumbled upon a perplexing sight that has baffled and may even continue to baffle viewers to this day. Have a look. In the clip, a massive figure appears in the distance. The creature, entirely covered in brown fur from head to toe, exhibits characteristics indicative of a bipedal creature. The length and overall appearance of the figure strongly hint at a resemblance to the often elusive being known as Sasquatch or Bigfoot. It quickly leaves the area as is seen with all Bigfoot sightings, leaving everyone convinced it's really Bigfoot. Also, I am everyone. I agree that this might actually be Bigfoot. Call it a hunch. What about you? This footage was taken in Pennsylvania. Residents of the area were constantly disturbed by strange noises in the woods, so one night some brave souls went out there to check it out, only to come face to face with this creature. This thing had white fur, and it stood at an impressive 7 feet tall. It's like the creature didn't expect company, because the moment it locked eyes with the humans, it got one heck of a fright and disappeared into the forest. Now, it's got the look of an albino Bigfoot, but here's where things get interesting, because Yetis are typically found in cold regions, and this did not look like one. So, perhaps this could be a case of a genuine white-furred Bigfoot, and those are pretty rare compared to the usual black or brown-furred ones. Quite the head-scratcher, wouldn't you agree? This next footage is a sighting of a creature we have never seen before. Perhaps you could help us find out what it is. Late one night, while driving along a remote road, an individual noticed some unusual movement in the forest to their left. Intrigued, they grabbed their phone and started recording. As they approached, the creature became more visible. Standing right at the edge of the forest was a furry figure. It's not certain whether the creature is kneeling or moving, but it moves in weird patterns. Unfortunately, due to the limitations of the darkness and the footage quality, it's challenging to definitively identify this mysterious being. The possibilities of what it could be are wide open. What do you see when you look at it? Tell us in the comments section. This person was driving in the middle of the night when they spotted something on the road. As they approached, they noticed a truly chilling sight. There on the ground was a humanoid creature on all fours. This creature appeared incredibly emaciated and had an extremely pallid complexion. The bony arms were a stark sight, but just when it seemed that's all there was to it, look closer. You'll observe that the creature had this eerie spectral quality. It wasn't exactly visible, but it was almost transparent, like some kind of apparition. The driver, understandably spooked by this discovery, chose not to proceed, but parked at a safe distance to record this inexplicable entity. What are your thoughts on what this might be? Do you believe in rakes? If you answered no, then perhaps you have to skip this clip because you may end up renouncing your disbelief. This creature was spotted in the woods, and it's none other than the rake. This creature, known as the rake, is often described as a pale humanoid being with glowing eyes. The rake is a part of the paranormal lore and cryptid mythology, often depicted as a malevolent entity that terrorizes unsuspecting victims. While there are various stories and alleged sightings, the existence of the rake, like many other cryptids, remains unproven and is largely based on anecdotal accounts and limited evidence. It continues to be a subject of fascination and mystery within the realms of the unexplained. In Mexico, a street surveillance camera captured an eerie and puzzling scene. In the video, a woman dressed in white emerges from the darkness into a well-lit area. She appears to be in distress, looking behind her and running while shouting for help. It seems something is pursuing her. However, when you inspect the area behind her, there is nothing visible. Upon closer examination, as the woman reaches the well-lit path, you can spot a smoky, human-like apparition at the end of the wall she emerged from. This entity seems to be following her, but as soon as she enters the well-lit area, it comes to a halt, standing in the darkness. This strange encounter, captured by the surveillance camera, is very strange. I'm sure if the camera hadn't captured this, no one would have believed her. Have you ever had one of those feelings when you knew someone was around? Those feelings you typically have in the shower when you have soap all over your face and a still voice tells you to open your eyes because someone is there. Typically there's no one, right? But what if there was someone? Well, take a look at this footage. This leopard had similar feelings, and when it turned around, there it was, an animal as large as it was. It went into instinct mode and jumped. And who can blame it? It didn't know what it was. A few seconds into its high and panicky jump, it realizes it's another cat in its family. If it were me, someone would definitely get the slipper. In the midst of a remote, snowy wilderness, a group of friends embark on a journey deep into the heart of the unknown, hoping for a thrill. As they venture deeper, amidst the eerie silence of this secluded realm, a mysterious figure comes into view. It's a being that seems to be plucked from the annals of cryptozoology, the Bigfoot. The infamous, hairy, and towering creature is running, its movements both swift and elusive. Adding to the intrigue, the video captures more than just a Bigfoot. Through the eerie green light of the camera, another mysterious figure of similar height and stature emerges. What do you make of this particular occurrence? Is it truly Bigfoot, or could there be an even stranger explanation for these chilling figures in the snow? The comments section awaits your thoughts and theories. Please head over and share them. In this next footage, a woman ventured into the forest in search of edible plants. As she carefully explored the vegetation, she suddenly noticed an unusual movement within some nearby bushes. Without hesitation, she promptly fled from the scene. The source of this movement could have been a concealed animal, the rustling of leaves in the wind, or even an individual. Regardless, her quick departure was a wise choice, as the situation might have posed a potential danger. But if you were the one in this situation, what would you have done? If you said flee, well, that's a good decision, but there's more. After the footage was sent to us, we did some digging and realized the footage was from an individual filming themselves in the forest. This makes us think it might have all been planned, but then again, what do you think? What would you do if you were walking around at night and suddenly came across a doll in the middle of the road? Well, if it were me, I'd just walk away. But no, not the one who filmed the clip. He stands for a while, recording the strange doll and wondering what to do. As he stands staring at the doll, it suddenly moves and topples over. This sends shivers down his spine. After standing for a second or two, he makes a tactical retreat. But you have to wonder, is this whole thing believable? Why did the doll suddenly fall like that? If it's real, is there an otherworldly creature controlling it? Questions, questions, and questions. In another peculiar scenario, a homeowner was left in astonishment when he reviewed the footage from this outdoor security camera. In the dead of night, the camera captured an almost naked man standing in front of the house. This man was engaging in a bizarre and erratic dance. The situation didn't appear to be a mere prank, but rather suggested the involvement of a person dealing with mental health issues or under the influence of drugs. It's evident that the individual was not under any supervision, and wandering around nearly nude in the street raises concerns for their safety. Hopefully, this person is located and provided with the necessary assistance and support they require. Ever had such an experience? Please share in the comments section. Speaking of sharing experiences, please send in your clips. As long as they're bizarre and out of this world, we will feature them. And if you're unsure of what you captured, don't worry. I'm sure the thousands of subscribers who watch the videos could help you make sense of it. Simply send it to classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. Moving on. In the heart of the night, under a pitch-black canopy of trees, a brave group of adventurers embark on a quest. Their breath visible in the frigid air, their journey is shrouded in secrecy. The obscurity of the forest amplifying every sound and rustling leaf. Armed with matches, their tiny torches flicker like fragile embers, offering glimpses into the abyss. As they approach a sinister cave, its ominous mouth seems like a portal to a realm not meant for human eyes. The feeble light dances, revealing an eerie figure standing guard at the entrance. This mysterious sentinel, a creature with limbs akin to an unknown avian species, hesitates on the precipice of the unknown. Its intent remains a riddle concealed in its inky silhouette. With the aura of forbidden knowledge, the entity moves with calculated caution, perhaps to protect the secrets concealed within the cavern's ancient walls. There's an unspoken tension, a silent agreement between the explorers and this otherworldly gatekeeper. Is this entity the legendary cave goblin or the elusive Tommyknocker? Figures entwined with folklore's chilling narratives. Yes, I did go all Shakespeare on you, but what do you think this is? Tell us in the comments section, preferably in plain language. This footage was captured by an adventurous hiker out on a nature expedition. As he goes deeper into the forest, he stumbles upon something super strange. Right there in the patches of sunlight coming through the trees is this bony, weird-looking figure. It's crouched down, moving in an almost eerie way, as if it's up to something mysterious. The hiker, totally baffled, decides to investigate. He grabs a stick for safety and tosses it at the strange creature, half expecting it to jump at him or something, but what happens next is out of this world. The creature does react, but instead of attacking, it goes off in a super agile, almost ghostly way. It scampers up the roof of the nearby house, blending into the shadows and vanishing from sight. Now, the big question is this whole thing a human-made trick, like a fancy puppet or some computer wizardry, or is it from a realm way more mysterious than our hiker ever imagined? Before you say anything, allow me to say what I think, and please don't crucify me. It's definitely fake. It looks like a computer manipulation that was not well done. Why would someone try to make fun of the paranormal community by creating something like this? You know what? Breathe in and out. Yes, that's much better. Back to what I was saying. This is clearly not real, at least from my perspective. What's yours? Next, we visit India, where a group of friends in India had a perplexing encounter one night when they came across a strange creature on their path. From the footage, we can see that this unusual entity had human-like limbs, but was somehow standing on all fours like an acrobat would. Its most striking features include a bald head and what appeared to be a beard on its chin. Or is that its head? It's hard to say with the way its body is set up. Obviously, the creature is unlike anything we've encountered, and its appearance undoubtedly raises many questions. While skeptics might suggest that it could be a hoax or a result of creative video editing, you can't deny that even if that was the case, it's still scary. But what do you think? Hoax or the real deal? Tell us in the comments section. Trailcams have indeed been a fascinating tool for capturing strange creatures in the forest, from Bigfoot to rakes, skinwalkers, siren heads, and more. The owner of this Trailcam had a terrifying surprise when they discovered these images. In the first photo, a goblin-like creature was standing facing the camera with a human-like body, but distinctive features like a large nose, long elf-like ears, and a bald head. In the second photo, it appeared to be the same creature, but on the other side of its body there were two arms, one on top of the other, and it had an elongated mouth. Is it really the same creature? Could it be that it has multiple limbs, but only one was picked up by the first Trailcam due to the camera angle? Well, we can't say for sure, but after a thorough inspection, it was determined that these creatures were likely not humans in costumes. This leaves us with the eerie possibility of these creatures being real. Either that or the footage is edited. What do you think? The next footage was captured by a highway surveillance camera in the UK back in 2007. Take a look. The footage starts off looking painfully ordinary and blurry, but suddenly a mysterious creature emerges from one side of the road and swiftly dashes across to the other. This creature appeared to have 4 legs, long limbs, and a tail, but what set the paranormal bells ringing was its ghostly and ethereal appearance. What's even more bewildering is the lack of reaction from the passing cars. Normally, you'd expect drivers to stop or swerve to avoid an animal, but it appears that none of the drivers even registered the presence of this mysterious creature. To rule out any potential tampering or editing, experts conducted a thorough investigation and concluded that the footage was indeed authentic. So, what on earth is that? Where did it come from, and are our streets really safe? I know this sounds sensationalist, but think about it. Next is this peculiar security footage from Kentucky where a strange entity was spotted walking along the streets. The entity appears to be a body of white smoke taking on a humanoid shape. It moves unusually, crouching down to its waist and placing its arms on its knees while looking around as if to watch out for someone or something. What could it be? No one knows. All we have are theories and speculations. Some in the comments section of the original posts even joked with @ant7018, a user on YouTube, stating this: 300-pound woman films a scrawny husband sneaking home from the bar late at night. While it's humorous, it still leaves us with questions. What is that? Why is it there? Is it even real? If any of you can provide answers, please go ahead and do so in the comments section. We'll be reading. If you still haven't hit the like button, subscribed, or even dropped a comment, could you do it now? Thanks very much, it means a lot and allows us to create more content like this. Moving on to the next clip. Now, we started today's episode with a Bigfoot, and we've had several others in the episode. But believe me when I tell you, this next one is equally as convincing as a Bigfoot sighting. This footage was taken by another explorer while going through the woods. Unlike the many other Bigfoots we have seen who were filmed from behind moving through the woods, this particular one was filmed from afar, and yet it could see that it had been discovered and was being filmed. I'm not particularly sure if he understands the concept, but to confuse the one looking in his direction and filming, he decided to stay in one place, hoping he might not get noticed or be interpreted to be something else. Cheeky, huh? Has any of you encountered a Bigfoot that behaved as such? Please tell us in the comments section. In this video, we find ourselves in the eerie company of 2 peculiar figures, their long raven black hair cascading like a shroud over their unsettling presence. Their behavior is far from ordinary as they move in an uncanny manner on all fours, defying the conventions of humanity. What truly chills the soul is the horrifying scene they seem to be confronting. They appear to be feasting on the flesh of a dead deer. Speculation runs wild with dark and disturbing theories emerging. Could it be a macabre gathering of lifeless bodies, hinting at a sinister appetite for human flesh? The term person eater hangs heavily in the air, conjuring images of an unspeakable horror that defies reason. What are your thoughts on this spine-tingling capture? Is it a glimpse into the shadows of the supernatural, or is there a more mundane explanation lurking just out of sight? Share your insights and theories in the comments, for this is a riddle that demands our collective curiosity.
What would you do if you were on a deep water expedition and suddenly had webbed fingers pressing against your submersible? As you try to imagine what your reaction will be, this guy already lived out the experience as far back as 2013 in the Greenland Sea. He was filming his experience when the creature just hit the submersible from nowhere. Luckily for him, he was safely enclosed. I can only imagine what the creature had in mind as it approached the man. Some believe it's a mermaid, and others think it might be some other dangerous deep water creature. What about you? What do you think? Moving from 2013, We take footage from the next year, which is of course 2014. This next clip was captured by a family enjoying a peaceful hike along the riverside in Calgary, Canada. If you have followed the channel long enough, then you know that they definitely stumbled upon a perplexing sight that has baffled and may even continue to baffle viewers to this day. Have a look. In the clip, a massive figure appears in the distance. The creature, entirely covered in brown fur from head to toe, exhibits characteristics indicative of a bipedal creature. The length and overall appearance of the figure strongly hint at a resemblance to the often elusive being known as Sasquatch or Bigfoot. It quickly leaves the area as is seen with all Bigfoot sightings, leaving everyone convinced it's really Bigfoot. Also, I am everyone. I agree that this might actually be Bigfoot. Call it a hunch. What about you? This footage was taken in Pennsylvania. Residents of the area were constantly disturbed by strange noises in the woods, so one night some brave souls went out there to check it out, only to come face to face with this creature. This thing had white fur, and it stood at an impressive 7 feet tall. It's like the creature didn't expect company because the moment it locked eyes with the humans, it got one heck of a fright and disappeared into the forest. Now, it's got the look of an albino Bigfoot, but here's where things get interesting, because Yetis are typically found in cold regions, and this did not look like one. So, perhaps this could be a case of a genuine white-furred Bigfoot, and those are pretty rare compared to the usual black or brown-furred ones. Quite the head-scratcher, wouldn't you agree? This next footage is a sighting of a creature we have never seen before. Perhaps you could help us find out what it is. Late one night, while driving along a remote road, an individual noticed some unusual movement in the forest to their left. Intrigued, they grabbed their phone and started recording. As they approached, the creature became more visible. Standing right at the edge of the forest was a furry figure. It's not certain whether the creature is kneeling or moving, but it moves in weird patterns. Unfortunately, due to the limitations of the darkness and the footage quality, it's challenging to definitively identify this mysterious being. The possibilities of what it could be are wide open. What do you see when you look at it? Tell us in the comments section.
This person was driving in the middle of the night when they spotted something on the road. As they approached, they noticed a truly chilling sight. There on the ground was a humanoid creature on all fours. This creature appeared incredibly emaciated and had an extremely pallid complexion. The bony arms were a stark sight, but just when it seemed that's all there was to it, look closer. You'll observe that the creature had this eerie spectral quality. It wasn't exactly visible, but it was almost transparent, like some kind of apparition. The driver, understandably spooked by this discovery, chose not to proceed, but parked at a safe distance to record this inexplicable entity. What are your thoughts on what this might be? Do you believe in rakes? If you answered no, then perhaps you have to skip this clip because you may end up renouncing your disbelief. This creature was spotted in the woods, and it's none other than the rake. This creature, known as the rake, is often described as a pale humanoid being with glowing eyes. The rake is a part of the paranormal lore and cryptid mythology, often depicted as a malevolent entity that terrorizes unsuspecting victims. While there are various stories and alleged sightings, the existence of the rake, like many other cryptids, remains unproven and is largely based on anecdotal accounts and limited evidence. It continues to be a subject of fascination and mystery within the realms of the unexplained. A TikToker recently shared a spine-tingling post recounting a harrowing encounter on a rainy evening. As the relentless rain poured down, she found herself desperately trying to escape an unwelcome visitor. This visitor was no ordinary guest. Standing at a towering 6 feet 10 inches, it bore menacing, glowing eyes that pierced through the gloom, casting an eerie and chilling atmosphere. It gazed unwaveringly at the very spot where she sought refuge, recording the unfolding scene. However, the cryptid's true nature and features remained shrouded in unsettling uncertainty, making it all the more terrifying. Suddenly, it made a move that sent shivers down her spine. The creature, almost in a surreal and nightmarish manner, thrust its head forward, peering into the depths of her soul. The entire scenario felt like a descent into a horrifying realm where reality blurs with the darkest of fears. This was no mere prank, it was a living nightmare. What could this horrifying encounter really be? Is it even a genuine confrontation with a sinister and malevolent entity at all? While it's hard to say with certainty, share your most dreadful thoughts and theories in the comments below. We'll be reading. And with that, we conclude today's episode. If you have any Trailcam footage you'd like the rest of the world to see, please send it over to us at classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. Don't be shy and don't think it's crazy. We'll help you make sense of even the most bizarre of captures. What's more, we'll give you the credit unless you want to remain anonymous. As you do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as it really helps us out. See you in the next one.